Do you want to speak first?
I guess.
Okay.
Hey, this is a non-traditional, not real episode. It's just a, I guess, update. Cass bit the bullet and we purchased a full year of our subscription to Podbean, which is how we, are able to upload the episodes to iTunes and stuff, because you have to have a hosting service. So,
which is something I didn't know and many people don't know.
Nope. It costs money.
Yeah. And it's, it's somehow like way more expensive than even just buying storage for like the iCloud. I don't know how this stuff works, but it is. But by buying a year, we save like $5 a month. So what up, guys?
Hell yeah.
No, it's a good thing. It just means that we're committed. We wanted to do it originally, but we weren't really sure. I wasn't really sure. And, and I think Becca was, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for you, but I'm just saying we weren't positive. Yeah, but we know that we want to keep doing, what's the term? Bi-weekly. At least I'd like to do it weekly, but I think this is just too much for me to commit to at the moment. I want it to be something, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just kind of like if there's other things we have to be doing, to support ourselves, there's just not always time. So
yeah,
that's as sad as it is. Also, I have to play games a lot, so I got priorities, people.
I'm about to be editing 3 podcasts. Or helping edit 2 of them.
I will continue to do most of ours because you're going to have a lot to do, but
I appreciate that.
This update is basically just being like, hey, we committed to this. And now that Andromeda is over, we've already talked about it and we've tried like a recommendation podcast, which was supposed to be us just talking, but then it was like, well, what do we talk about? Because usually we had a topic, but we've already determined just before we get into what this is about, other than this, that we'll be doing some E3 coverage sort of stuff, because anytime there's like a computery or whatever video game type convention, E3 is the biggest one, and EA Play, which is technically part of E3 but not really. I don't know how that works. They have to be fancy at EA. We want to cover that, and there's a lot of great games. There's The Last of Us 2 and the Cyberpunk whatever, and there's that Hellblade. So there's a lot of games, and I'm gonna be watching most of the coverage for stuff I'm interested in, and hopefully we learn about Animal Crossing's the mobile one. I'm excited. Hopefully, I don't know. So just stuff like that. We want to make at least one podcast probably like right after E3, once we've had time to digest that and be excited and just casually talk about it, so we can share our thoughts on that. And we don't have a ton planned, but obviously if there's any BioWare updates, like if we get anything significant enough to even do a mini about for any games like Dragon Age or the new IP, like we'll probably do that right away. So just stuff like that. We're still figuring it out, and we welcome suggestions, and I guess part of the reason we're making this video is like to let you know how you can support us if you want us to keep making more content. As we said, when I first started, I did not know that I would have to pay hosting. I was like, oh, it'd be like $5, which is not bad. It's just we both have like a lot of financial obligations right now. So, as everyone does. But anyway, so we set up a Patreon. And at the moment, because we have like 5 people listening to us, maybe on a good day, I think at least 5. I don't know. We have to check our numbers, which I don't know how to do.
Before Andromeda came out, we had a lot, but I think after it came out, everyone was sort of like, "Okay, y'all are a Mass Effect podcast. We're done." But
I know
we aren't.
We're not trying to be.
Yeah.
I know our name, but it's just I can't. I don't know. It's too late now, guys.
I'm attached to it.
We're
attached.
We're attached, and it applies to more than that. So
yeah,
we're not just gonna be about that. And but we're transitioning and we're trying. So hopefully people still enjoy that. But anyway, we have a Patreon. And we're not obligating people, but anyone who like has listened to us before or listens to other podcasts or YouTubers who upload content, like for my private channel, like things are pretty bad. Like even for big channels, it's not great. So there's literally we're putting whatever in a month to publish 2 podcasts maybe, and we're just not getting any returns. So it's sort of like us just being like, we want to talk to each other and post it somewhere. And I feel a little guilty about it because it's like I don't want to be like striving for success, whatever that is in this medium. But at the same time, I'm like, sometimes it's like, would I rather do this, which could make me some money, or would I want to contribute time to this? And I want to do it weekly, like bad, but I don't know. Maybe that's my goal. I want to do it weekly, but we kind of have to figure ourselves out. So if you want to support us, our goal is 9 a month, but I personally have no hope for that. We have tiers, and the reward right now, because we're so small, is very small, but essentially you pledge. How Patreon works is you pledge $1 or $2 or $3, and you can cancel it any time. And we have tiers of rewards. The $1 right now, this is what, without approval, I put up. I was just like, every 3 months, whoever is a patron at the time, we will draw a raffle. And we will take the suggestion of what that person wants us to talk about, which might sound stupid. I don't know. Maybe at a later date, we'll come up with something better. But for now, considering we have 0 patrons, I was like, I think that's okay to commit to. So anyway, there's tiers. 1 is 1 entry, 3 is 2. I know that's not exactly fair. 5 is, I think, 3. And then I think 10 was, we will also sing you a song that's possibly a ripoff of something else. I will sing you a song that is a ripoff of something else. And you get, I forget how many tickets, but a raffle, whatever. Listen, I'm not good at this, but the link is patreon.com/embrace eternity. It's that easy. And you know, you don't have to do it. We're telling you it's a thing, because I don't know, it sucks that there's like not more of a way to, I don't know, YouTube was such a good thing, and now that it's just like, I was so excited, man, but things are weird, you know, business, money controls everything. And I feel bad for the bigger channels, but you know, like with, I don't know, I'm just rambling now. I don't know what I'm saying. Did you want to say anything about that?
If you want to help us out, basically it just makes it easier for us to, you know, it helps pay for the subscription.
Oh yeah, that's what the 9 is for. I should have mentioned that. The 9 goal is because after we paid for a year, that makes it $9 a month to host the podcast. That doesn't like include any time for my editing and sweat and tears and, you know, but I'm kidding. I don't care. I'll do that all for free. It's just the hosting that we want to eventually cover, but you know, it's hard. I don't know how to promote us, and like, it's hard when you don't have a lot of confidence. So you're like, what am I supposed to say? Please watch it. Please. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm so weird about mentioning this stuff, but no pressure. We're just saying it's just a thing.
Yeah, no, it's just if you want to help out, that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine. I get it. Sometimes you're just not in a financial way that you can do that. But, I mean, it also continues to help us in our personal, like, individual ventures, like Cass's YouTube channel, and it's going to help me with, you know, I'm going to be doing an RPG podcast with my friends and boyfriend, and then I'm also going to be doing a spooky podcast with my friend Taylor. Basically, I'm going to oversaturate the internet with my presence.
And exhaust yourself into death.
Yeah, well, you know, people are just going to be really tired of me, but thankfully...
No, I mean, you're going to be tired.
Oh, no, I think everyone else is going to be tired. But
I don't
hopefully,
think so.
I mean, most people, I don't talk actually that much in the RPG podcast because my character is not quite as interesting. Anyways, but I mean, I love Rissa, but I feel like the other personalities are a little stronger than her. But, which is good. It's honestly, I prefer that. But, and then the spooky podcast that I'm doing with Taylor, which I think is going to be called Ghost Emoji, we're going to be doing that soon, I think.
And what is that going to be about?
Basically, we're going to talk about, like, anything scary. We've talked about, possibly doing reviews of movies and TV and things like that, but also talking about cryptids and spooky stories we've heard. And she also has a friend who studied to be a forensic scientist, I'm pretty sure, or a forensic investigator, and so she might have some insight. I don't really know exactly how it's going to be, but it seems I think it's going to be fun. And if you like spooky stuff, you like scary movies, scary TV, talking about it, listening to it.
I'm probably going to come on that at some point.
Yes.
Because it's no lie that I love my spooky, even though I'm a big scaredy cat. Somebody on my channel asked me, "Oh, are you going to play any horror games?" And I had to regretfully reply that no, I just sit there not moving my character, freaked out, and it really hurts me physically. So no, not for that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love it regardless, and I can watch all the horror movies. I think I fell asleep last night listening to the RPG Minx play Outlast 2, which was too spooky for me because at the moment, but whatever, 3 a.m. watching horror games. Anyway, point is I like it, and it's definitely something. I don't know of any podcasts about that, but they probably exist. I wouldn't know though, because P.S. iTunes is really hard to navigate in terms of finding people. It's just difficult, or any other,
But so the Patreon also helps that with our individual ventures.
Yeah, but firstly the hosting, because that's nice.
Yep.
That's nice. Anyway, if not, no biggie. Patreon.com/Embrace Eternity. There'll be a link. Another thing is we're trying to make our episodes more succinct. Maybe that's not the proper word, but we're trying to make them a little shorter, just because we would find that we would like go on forever and ever and ever. And we got this one comment that was like really really rude, frankly, sir, whoever you were. And so that's not why we're doing it, but we just kind of want to keep it brief. So, it's a lot to listen to, a 2.5 hour podcast.
Yeah.
I know.
We're aiming for an hour. An hour is a good, solid amount of time.
Yeah, we still haven't talked about the character episode. We still haven't planned for that because we kind of briefly touched on everybody. I'm sort of waiting, though, just to be honest, because it's been 2 months since BioWare announced that over the next 2 months or whatever, they'd be rolling out patches. And some of those, have been fixed, but like the big ones really have not been fixed. There hasn't been a patch for it yet, 2 months later. So I still want to wait for that to happen before I do anything else, which maybe is weird, but I was trying to think of any other episodes that we've talked about doing. Like we still talked about doing just like a random talky episode, but I kind of need direction. So those are weird, but
I mean, we've talked about just sort of branching out, but I know that when the DLC and things come out, we definitely want to talk about it, because it's just we're moving away from being a completely BioWare podcast, which I mean, I had a feeling we always would have to move away from that, because there's only so many games that come out every so often.
And I'm kind of worried with how long it's like taking for these apparent patches that were promised with CC and stuff. I'm kind of worried that either they're just not going to do those and then put the DLC out and be done, or there is no DLC. I don't know. I will say though that I watched an interesting video on Emmy Odyssey. I think Ash narrated this one. Or no, it was Rena. And they were talking about how they're in the multiplayer, one of the missions, there was some sort of clue having to do with the Quarians or something. I wasn't listening a lot, even though it's of interest to me. But basically, I think they were talking about how in one of the missions for the multiplayer weekend, there was like talk of a signal. Probably the same signal, the Quarian signal. So, I mean, I don't know. The thing is, I think that is like the worst way to get me or anyone like me in, because I don't do those. So I'm not going to see that stuff. It's a weird focus, but I mean, I guess it must be doing well. Like people must be playing it. So if you're playing and enjoying it, then I guess there's some Easter eggy stuff to be seen in the weekend events. But I still have connectivity issues, so it's not been an option for me, which is weird.
Even if you host?
What do you mean? The multiplayer?
Yeah.
Host the match or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't. It just keeps crashing. I don't know why.
Oh, that's weird. Because I was going to say, if you host the match, it means that your, however good your internet and your connection is how everyone else's is.
No,
so
my
if you
whole
get on
game
one
is
and
crashing,
it's a shitty
though.
thing. Oh, I don't know then.
It like crashes, and it always has. I don't know. So, and you'll play like most of a game, and then you'll crash, and you don't get anything. And it's just kind of frustrating.
Sucks.
Yeah, it makes me nervous for any sort of MMO, but I'm sure they're dedicating a lot of time to it. So hopefully anything they do with that new IP that involves, connectivity being super necessary works out. But there
hasn't been a good MMO in so long, and I don't know why they're wasting their time doing this unless they're going to do some sort of crazy, innovative, amazing thing that's going to make it like immersive and great, but I don't think they will.
Destiny 2, I think, is going to now be on PC, right? Because Blizzard is like in their battle.net, whatever application, the thing that's like Origin, but only for their games, it just has them all together. I believe that under they're going to be hosting Destiny 2. So whatever the proper word for like their partnership, I don't know. So I'm kind of looking forward to that only because I don't know.
Maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Fingers crossed.
I think MMOs definitely have a future. Because I think most of the stuff people play together is on console, but I tend, especially with shooters, to be really bad with a controller. So that's why anything on a PC, like, I'm all the more willing to try. And I do think that there could be a resurgence of MMOs, and maybe Destiny 2. I don't know, because I hear this summer they're giving out betas to some people. I really would love to get one, to be honest, just to try it out, because it's an interesting setting. It is a little repetitive and boring, though. I think I only played a couple hours of it, and I was like, all right, I'm done. But it wasn't a bad game. I just hope that whatever BioWare is doing is pretty different from that, Anyway, but we're really getting off topic here. But the point is, we're going to talk about stuff. We keep saying we're going to talk about all different stuff, and that's like BioWare. But no, it's just we have to address it because we both care about it.
Yep, obviously.
And anyone listening would have had to have cared about it as well at some point.
Yeah.
Or now. Maybe they're over it. I don't know. Are you over it? Let us know.
I'll never be over it.
Yeah. I'm still making content, and when I can afford it, I'm really looking forward to the Steam summer sale because I want to play like Night in the Woods on my channel, and I want to play some like fun like games. It's always weird though because I don't like to play games that are quite that long, because even like Origins is going to be a lot for me. I think I've only had like 4. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. So I'm trying to pick like smaller games. Like I just played an older game for sure at this point, but The Wolf Among Us, I just finished that. And yeah, I wanted to play the Guardians game from Telltale, but it looked really goofy. Like it just graphically, it did not look Telltale-y. I don't know what happened there.
It was not cute. I tried playing the first episode,
really?
And the way they made everyone look, I didn't like, and the graphics weren't great, and his voice just
not
sounded.
Very
I don't know.
cool.
I didn't like it, but
it's like Disney was like, no, this is too gritty. We got to make this more Disney, and someone was like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get through it completely, so I don't know about the plot. Maybe the plot's really good and it makes it worth it. I don't know. I didn't play it.
I do want to play the Batman one though, only because I know of some voice actors that were in that, and I like Telltales. I think they're fun to play. Like maybe they don't have a big audience, especially because it's been out for a long while, but like I like playing them, and I don't know, story stuff like that I really enjoy playing. So yeah, Steam summer sale is exciting though. I think that happens, is it the end of June or is it July? I don't know. I think it's the end of June. I could be wrong. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to try to play more games. You can check my channel out, Elven Tempest. I think it's youtube.com/Elven Tempest, Elven like an elf. And Becca has her podcast, which will be out soon.
Yeah, and it's called RPG Friends Club. And then the Mass Effect game that we're playing, I'm pretty sure we're going to call it the Quad Squad. So basically, yeah, you can follow us on Twitter.
The Quad Squad?
Yeah, the Quad Squad, because there's 4 of us.
I like it. It
used to be Charlie's and Kendler's because there were 3 of us, but now there's 4, so Quad Squad.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm excited because, like I said, I've never heard it. So I'm just getting all tongue-tied here. But yeah. And anything else I'm trying to think other than, thank you to anyone. I have a feeling that after Becca inserted the promo because my cat, Henry, ingested yarn and he had to have emergency surgery, and I acquired $2,500 plus in debt. So she put a thing in, and I have a feeling that some people who listen donated because I saw some donations come in like shortly after, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So if you did that, thank you. If not, I'll include a link to where you can do that. But again, I'm not here to ask for money. It just sounds like it. Okay. It just sounds like it. Oh, on a good note, I did finally get to switch medications. I don't think I had last time we made one. And I'm feeling okay. I don't know. It's all right. So
I'm glad.
That's a thing. Anyway, I think that's it. I hope this wasn't terribly long because we were just supposed to like talk to you about something.
Follow us at Embrace Eternity on Twitter, and you can follow the RPG podcast at RPG Friends Club on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, and I'm Cass, and you can follow me at Elven Tempest on Twitter. CoraHarper.tumblr.com is my Tumblr, where you can contact me. I don't always see Twitter, so if anybody wants to contact me there for anything, you're welcome to do that. And I'll have links for everything we talked about that's relevant in the episode description or whatever. So if you want to leave us a review for this fascinating, weird little thing that took us 10 minutes longer than Becca. She said it would be 15 minutes, and I was like, that's too long. In my head, I was like, that's too long. It's not going to be 15 minutes.
I know how it goes. I said 15 minutes because I knew it was going to be 25 minutes. And I was like,
you hush.
I should have said 5 minutes, and that way it would have been 10 minutes. Damn it.
All right. You can find Becca. That's Becca. You can find her at, I'm going to do yours.
Okay.
At Glitter Fane Art on Twitter. Is that right? Okay. And her Tumblr is glitterfane.tumblr.com, and she just gave you the handle for her other things. I don't know. What else do you want? What do you want from us? We gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Bye.